For 2 weeks, young people from around the world were in the thick of things as the future of our planet was debated in Glasgow, Scotland.
This is the Action Hub at COP26.
Katie Barker was among a handful of Colorado State University students who took their environmental passions to the scene of real-world negotiations over how to tackle climate change.
I didn't know what to expect at all here, but what I can say is that being here, it is very powerful.
The stakes are huge for a generation whose future will be determined by how the fight to keep global warming in check plays out in the very near future.
If we can remind the leaders that there are people out here who know that we can hold them accountable, then they will move differently.
It's not too late yet to slow things down. All of us may not be encouraged by some of the things going on the government levels, but that doesn't mean that we need to be helpless.
The students are part of the Youth Environmental Alliance in Higher Education, whose mission is to use optimism to help push for change. These students found inspiration in what grassroots environmental activists are doing globally. They help collect thousands of signatures on a document meant for decision makers, some of whom they managed to engage in conversation.
Having that real world connection and seeing them as people and having my voice heard, whether they like it or not, it's been really empowering.
But Cody Sanford,
and I sat down
who teams with Barker on the Livable Future podcast, learned something about how these talks were conducted.
It's messier than I thought it would be, and I knew it would be messy.
I am a little disappointed in the negotiations themselves.
As we move through the COPs, a lot of countries will commit, and then it's just words, but there's no actual substance and spine behind a lot of the messages.
That frustration over the lack of financial commitments on the part of large countries and the unwillingness to commit to specific global warming levels was echoed on Glasgow streets
to cut their emissions in half
by the former U.S. President Barack Obama, who urged young people to stay angry.
I'd love to say yes. I'd love to say that they're really listening to us. I think that we're going to get to a point where they have to.
COP26 has only made this group more determined to work on and spread the word about our fragile climate.
It's just making me more passionate about actually initiating change.
Hendrik, Sybrandy, CGTN, Denver.